Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be playing Goodra's other build here. We're going to be using Slick Spoon, aeos Cookie, and special attack specs. So we're going to be double stacking today, and we have for the emblems 6 green and 6 white. Now for the build, we are going to be running Dragon Pulse, Vine Whip. Now the cool thing about Dragon Pulse is it gives Goodra what it needs, and it gives him sustainability only if you hit the middle of the beam. If you hit the sides of the beams, you're going to still do damage, but you're not going to be healing from it. So that's a very good like skill shot type of ability, where if you hit it in the center, you're gonna get some heals. So that's a really cool thing about Goodra. Still, we're going to be running egg speed. Now in this gameplay here, the ending I honestly thought we were going to lose this match just because of how things went, and we're going to be talking about it as we go on. We're going to be starting with Bubble. Now Bubble I think is a really good move actually. It's a really good secure in the early stages, and it gives you a little shield, and it's a pretty overall really good move in my opinion. It's got secure, it gives you a shield, it's all good. Here I kind of forgot that I had to stack, so I'm going to go ahead and try to stack. Looks like our Glaceon is also stacking here. I really wish it wasn't. I really wish it was, priority, letting me stack instead, because I am the defender. He's Glaceon. I know Glaceon's really good, but still getting me my stacks would have been a lot better. Fortunately for me, I do manage to get all 3 of my stacks very early in the game. That means I stacked my aeos Cookie, so that means I stacked my HP, and I stacked my special attack with special attack specs. Here I got a little bit too greedy. The Machamp just did a lot more damage than I expected him to do, and unfortunately it cost me my life, and I ended up getting knocked out. Here I'm going to go back obviously to top lane, because I do see that the enemy jungler is there, so we have to try to defend that, but unfortunately they do take all the experience, so there's not much we can really do. So I'm calling a retreat, just to let our Glaceon know, like, hey, don't fight this. We're going to end up just losing this fight if we go ahead and fight it. Here I'm trying to get some experience because I want to get my level 5. Here our Urshifu could have let me get it instead, considering that I could have gotten my level 5. It would have been just better for us. But that's whatever. I'm not going to judge and complain about that. But anyways, here we're still getting experience. We're still farming. We're still trying to make positive out of some negatives. Here Machamp just goes a little bit too deep, and we don't get the elimination on him, but he does go in too deep, so he does get low on HP. Here I already passed the 8-minute mark, but no one was there, so I was going to go ahead and take some of these. Gets me my level 5, and unfortunately I do go down to Machamp and the enemy jungler, but it's okay because a lot of our teammates ended up going to the center as well, but so did the enemy team, so it's a little bit of a fight in center lane right now. But luckily our water style Urshifu manages to pick up some KOs, which is really nice for us, and I finally do get Dragon Pulse, which, like I said, if you hit that middle part of the area, you are going to be getting healing, rather than if you hit the sides, you're not going to be getting any heals from that. So here I probably could have stacked, but I didn't want to risk it. I had gotten 3 stacks already. That's pretty good, but it could have been better. Here I think I do decide to go and stack because I see that the Urshifu is coming, so I know that there's probably not any enemies. Here I go for Vine Whip. I don't think Acid Spray is a good build right now, running Acid Spray compared to Vine Whip. You hook people in, and I got the secure on the Regieleki. The reason why we decided to do Regieleki right there is because we were all there. It just made sense to do it, rather than going to bot lane, letting the enemy team get Regieleki and whatnot. Here I got my level 9, so I have my Unite move up. I've got 4 stacks in. I'm doing pretty good here. I'm like staying in the jungle because I'm getting some heals. Here I wanted to try to push in the Regieleki a little bit deeper, but it just wasn't going to happen. Here I noticed that the Gardevoir is here, so I pushed them in. trying to get the combo down where you pull them in with the Vine Whip and then you blast them with your Dragon Pulse and you get the heals off. Here we successfully did it, but unfortunately we didn't get the kill on it, but we do it again and we get the elimination on both the enemy jungler and the Comfy. So that's a really good pick for us. In the early stages we did have to use a Unite, but we did get 2 eliminations for that Unite. So I think that was a pretty good Unite in my opinion. Here I'm farming back up, trying to get my Unite move back. We're at 43%, so it doesn't take that long to get it back from what I'm seeing. So yeah, here I think we're sitting at 4 stacks in right now. Here I'm also just kind of staying top lane just because no one's really there. Here I see the enemy with Champ is here, but he was probably going to try to go stack, so that's why I'm here playing defender role, stack, preventing people from scoring, and just leveling up as we go on. So here I'm calling out that I'm going to head to the bottom this round just because I do want team-wide experience rather than getting Regieleki. Unfortunately, the enemies do score on us, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. And personally, out of these 2 builds, out of Goodra's 2 builds that it has, Muddy Water and Dragon Pulse, because you're realistically not going to be using Acid Spray, you're going to be using Vine Whip. I prefer Dragon Pulse. I felt it was a little bit more consistent. I felt stronger. I felt, like I said, I was getting sustainability than if I was using Muddy Water. Now here, the enemies unfortunately do get the Regieleki. I use my Unite to sort of get some healing, try to get some value into it. I get the Gardevoir, but that's about it. Because the Aerodon and I think Machamp was there, were just kind of really doing a lot of damage to me. Slowbro. But luckily our team does manage to stop Regieleki from going in, so that's a really good thing. Here, since I know there's 3 people top lane, I'm not going to bother going top lane. I'm going to go bot lane, try to see if I can stop the score. Realizing that I can't, I wouldn't have had enough time to stop it. I just back out and try to start farming experience here. Here I'm using my Vine Whip to sort of get both of these Pokemon close together so I can get them both in one go. So here we finally got our level 13, so now we have both boosted, well not boosted, plus versions of Dragon Pulse and Vine Whip. Here I do see the enemies is fighting, so I wanted to try to pull Gardevoir in. Unfortunately I missed and not getting it, so that kind of sucks, but I'm gonna get Vine Whip pretty soon and don't get it. I still don't get it, but we ended up getting Gardevoir. At least our Glaceon ends up getting it, which is a really good pick because Gardevoir with its Unite is pretty powerful. Here I have to back out a little bit, try to get some healing from, there's wild Altarias. And we could go bot. I'm staying bot lane a little bit to sort of see if maybe the enemy team is going to go for it. If they go for it and try to flip it, then that's pretty good for us. I'm kind of starting it, seeing if my team will come with me to sort of help me out. Because it would be a nice, since it's Regirock, it would be a nice shield to get. Here I'm kind of zoning a little bit, but I'm also still trying to do damage because I see that Rayquaza is about to spawn. So if we can get it before then, it's really good. As you can see here, it's a close battle. That pretty much means we're not losing by a lot, but we're not winning. And unfortunately, the enemy team rips it straight out of our hands. We get Slowbro here, but unfortunately, they ripped it. The Rulodon and Comfy straight up were just ripping it, and we have to score anything and everything here. Here I'm kind of just like playing around, trying to see how much I can help with, trying to get these shields off so that they can't continue to score. But in these situations, notice how my team isn't surrender voting because they've only scored 100 points. So we are still losing, but we're not losing by very much anymore as it was earlier. So here we just have to, unfortunately, our Blissey scores, not letting Espeon score 100, which would have gotten us a bigger lead than what we have now. So we have 4 down. They're literally just Slowbro down, and we all score in their center lane here. Me scoring 100 just straight up secures it, and they do get a surrender vote out of that. Don't surrender vote before Rayquaza or even after it. Okay, and yeah, so let's look at the end game results here. How much did we win by? Let's see, 719 to 336, and we got 4 eliminations and 10 assists. How are you guys feeling about Goodra? Tell me down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.